So the Afghanistan tours and working with the Americans, what was that like?
Fascinating. I mean, the level of kit and support we had was just off the charts. Like the AC-130 Spectre gunship was a go no go criterion. Like if we lost the AC-130, we'd can the mission. So every time you went out, you knew you had this monster flying above you, and it was the kit, the drop down kind of little iPhone that you have on your chest. That was years off reaching the conventional army, and yet we were cutting around with that. And you could cross cue the Predator footage with the AC-130 footage, and the JTACs could target with it. And it was this level of kit was a light year different to ground pounding in a fob. So that was really cool. I thought the Americans were actually very good. Their SF are a decent bunch. They call themselves quiet professionals, and actually that's a fair kind of characterisation. They're very different from the sort of Hollywood version.
And that's Green Berets, right?
That was Green Berets, yeah.
And so how do they operate compared to, real door kickers in terms of, or pipe hitters as they might call them, where you have the special task forces, special missions task forces? How do the Green Berets operate? They operate amongst the people, right?
Well, no, we were part of CJSOTF, Combined Joint Special Operations Task Force, and we were effectively picking up the bottom end of the Joint Priority Effect list, which is, for non-military types, is essentially a fancy name for a kill list, if we're really brutally honest. So it's a list of names of high operatives. Obviously, Delta, SAS, SBS take the top end of the JPL. We were taking the bottom end of it, so IED facilitators, junior level leadership. We'd fly in, kick their doors open, and capture them, and then if they wouldn't come quietly, we'd fight them. Wow. But the way the Green Berets work is they're a mentoring organisation, quite similar to Special Infantry or whatever they're calling themselves these days, Rangers or whatever it is, where you have a company of indigenous forces that you train up and you work with, and the Indig technically is supposed to take the lead. I mean, they were very good, the ANA commandos. Genuinely, some of the orders groups that I sat through that they delivered were certainly as good as anyone at the end of senior term at Sandhurst. It was a really high quality standard. Occasionally they would go a little bit Afghan and mental, but for the most part they were quite a professional and decent fighting force. And I've worked with other armies from the West. Actually, I'd rather fight with my ANA commandos again than I would fight alongside perhaps some European armies. So they were really decent, but it was a company strength on the ground to do these raids.
Sure.
And those are the guys who were right at the top of the Taliban's hunting list when Kabul fell. So a lot of them are now over here, which is a good thing in my opinion.
Yeah. So after your third tour, you still remained quite engaged with Afghanistan in many different ways, even beyond your military service. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I was involved with a charity called Azadi, which means freedom, and they're now called Free from Fear. I think they changed their name. And we rescued about 3,000 Afghans from the Taliban.